These quick and easy puff pastry appetizers are perfect to serve for any occasion. Hi, and welcome back to the last recipe of 2023 with Plating It with Wendy, where I share with you recipes which impress with ease.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, comment down below, and share it with your family and friends.
And if you enjoy trying out recipes that turn out right every time, you're at the right place. So go ahead, press that subscribe button. And while you're at it, if you hit the bell icon, you'll be the first to get notified every time I upload a new video. Now, let's get started. So for our first appetizer, we're going to be making asparagus bundles. We're going to be making 6 bundles with 3 asparagus in each bundle. And we're first going to trim off the bottoms.
For some added flavor, we're going to go in with some white cheddar cheese, and we're going to grate about a cup of that. You can also substitute this with any other cheese of your choice. We just had some white cheddar in the house, so we went in with that today.
We're going to season them with a little drizzle of olive oil, pinch of salt, and some freshly cracked black pepper. We're going to give that a quick toss and keep it aside. We're going to dust a little all-purpose flour on our work surface before we put down our puff pastry. And we're going to dust the top with a little more of the all-purpose flour. You don't want it to stick to anything. So right now, the all-purpose flour is your best friend. So I'm going to take our rolling pin and very lightly roll it just a little bit to either sides. And then we can take it a little bit towards the top and the bottom. Now the goal here is to get squares. So we're just going to eyeball that and cut into 3 strips down. I think that should be good. And now we're going to score it down the center.
To assemble the bundles, we're going to add a bit of cheese at the bottom. Then we're going to place down 3 of the asparagus in a diagonal. We're going to take a bit of egg wash. We're going to add it to the open corners of the puff pastry. We're going to add a bit more cheese on the top to hold it all together. And then we're going to bring the 2 corners and lay them on top of each other and tap it down gently. Repeat the process and make the next bundle. So cheese at the bottom, 3 asparagus, add the egg wash on the open corners of the puff pastry, add a little bit more cheese on the top to hold it all together, 2 ends, and wrap the bundle. And we're gently going to place them on a baking sheet lined with some parchment paper.
And we're going to finish it off by brushing it with a little bit of egg wash. And for the egg wash, I've just taken an egg, beaten it up, added a tablespoon of water, and just mixed it up together well. And if you want it to be a little bit more fancy, you could always substitute the water with cream. I'm going to sprinkle on some black sesame seeds on the top. Those look so pretty. And just a sprinkle of toasted white sesame seeds as well. Wow, look at that. Now into the oven this goes at 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 200 degrees Celsius. And we're going to bake them for approximately 20 to 25 minutes or until they puff up and turn nice and golden. Now we're going to allow the asparagus bundle to cool for just a little bit, but in that time, we're going to prepare our next appetizer. The next appetizer is my favorite. It's the bacon and caramelized onion Palmiers. To a heated skillet on medium heat, we're going to fry up 6 strips of bacon and we're going to fry them till they turn nice and crispy. Once they're ready, we're going to pick them up and place them on a plate lined with a kitchen paper towel so that it absorbs any of the excess fat. We're going to drain off all the excess fat that has remained in the pan, leaving just about a tablespoon behind. And into that, we're going to toss 1 fairly large sliced onion. And we're going to season it with some salt and freshly cracked black pepper. Now we're going to saute the onions till they caramelize. This is going to add a ton of flavor to our Palmiers. We're going to take some of that lovely crispy bacon that we fried and cut it up into smaller pieces. We want to make it into a crumble. Cross chop it so we get smaller bits. Just going to transfer that into a plate. And now we're going to grate 1 cup of white cheddar cheese. And I'm using a black truffle infused cheddar cheese because that's what I had handy at home. But you could use any cheese that you like to eat.
So we're going to add some all-purpose flour to our work surface. And we're going to place the puff pastry sheet on it. And we're going to add a bit more all-purpose flour on the top. And we're going to start rolling it lengthwise. So you want it to become longer so that you have more to cut from the log rather than it becoming too wide. So we're just going to roll only in one direction, just a little bit. I'm going to start by putting a generous layer of cheese at the bottom. And we're going to add the delicious caramelized onions. And we've made sure that these are cooled before we add them, just so that the butter in the pastry doesn't melt with the heat. I'm just going to make sure that it's evenly spread out. On top of that, we're going to go in with the crispy bacon. Spreading it evenly again and being generous because we love the flavor of bacon. For some added flavor and a bit of color, I'm going to toss on some thyme. And to hold it all together, we're just going to add a little bit more cheese as a glue. Just a light touch on the top. So we're going to take the side closest to me and tightly start rolling it in. So I like to just first get one football, and then we're going to just start rolling it. Keep it tight. You're going to roll it to about halfway into the sheet. I'm going to take the end furthest away from me and do the same thing. So one tight fold first, and then we're going to start rolling it in. So this is going to cause a very nice spiral once we cut this up. Roll it over so that they can meet in the middle.
Now we're going to take a little bit of the egg wash and just brush the two sides that touch each other so that they stick together. Now that we have that, we're going to make sure that it touches. I've placed it in a parchment paper now, and what we're going to do is start rolling it up. And this is optional, but I like to put a little plastic wrap over it too and roll it up so that it does not dry up. And then twist the ends, fold it under, and I'm going to place this in the refrigerator for about half an hour so that it gets a chance to firm up before we cut it. Now that the puff pastry is going to chance to firm up, we're going to slice it and then bake it. We're going to use a serrated knife to cut it. And we're going to cut it into about 1/2 inch thick pieces. Just going to put them down on our baking sheet. I'm going to keep a little distance between them because they are going to get a little bigger in the oven. I'm going to put another roll in front of that. And then one more row right up front. And I'm going to brush a little egg wash on the top and around. And that's going to give it that lovely golden color when it bakes. These appetizers are great for making ahead of time and keeping them ready. You can just refrigerate them, and then when your guests arrive, pop them to the oven and serve them nice and warm. Now into a preheated oven these go at 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 200 degrees Celsius, and we're going to bake them for approximately 20 to 25 minutes or until they turn a lovely golden color.
And now our palmiers are nice and baked.
And because we love to impress, let's sprinkle on some thyme on the top. Oh my goodness! Look at that! And now it's time to give our puff pastry appetizers a taste. So which one are you going to go for?
I'm going to go in with the Palmier.
So I'm going to taste the asparagus bundle. Wow, this looks so appetizing. Wow, I cannot wait. Wow, this is so delicious. It's definitely going to impress anybody you serve it up to.
Yeah, it's truly amazing and they're so easy to put together.
I'm telling you, these are a must-try. So hop onto our website, platingitwithwendy.com, where you will get the full written recipe. Thanks for watching. See you soon.